Hello, everyone. Welcome to Gap Show. Welcome to the fifth episode of my Gap Show. You all know that the Gap Show is all about casual conversations. So now today, again, I have Anand Sundararajan, who's my husband, and we are just gonna do a very casual conversation with you all. So today, in my fifth episode, we are gonna talk about pet parenting. You all must have observed that since couple of weeks, I have been posting few dog-related AI videos in my channel. So let's talk about how we met Casper and what Casper is for all of us. And we're going to talk about how Casper invaded our lives. So, Anand, do you remember the evening that we were talking about pets and how people take care of the pets, and how did we decide exactly?
Yeah, very interesting actually. The way we decided was it was one of those days I think during pandemic when we actually heard a very bad news of Sushant Singh Rajput's committing suicide, right?
That's right.
And we just decided, we probably were having some casual conversations that we probably have a pet at home. Nothing that we really decided on. And then I think that particular morning I went for a run with one of my friends, and I was just talking to him casually that we're thinking of buying a dog. Suddenly he called in the evening saying that one of his friends, I think they have a litter, about 8 or 9 puppies, and why don't we just come and have a look? So I think that's how we spent. I think probably because we were depressed as well with the news. I was at home during the pandemic. We thought let's just go and look at the litter which was
Yes.
the litter, right? And I think what we did then is we just got Casper back home by 8:39 in the evening, and so it was just a very spontaneous decision. Not even a decision, it was just a spontaneous move. I think if it was a decision, probably we would have never had Casper.
Yes. So, if just to tell you all casually, I'm a big dog lover. Okay, I've always wanted a dog, and Anand was a little scared of dogs and animals, but I don't know. Casper just changed everything in us. So you remembered how little he was when we brought him home, and he was just exploring our house. Can you talk about it?
Oh yeah, I think uh, when we got him home, probably for that particular night, neither did we sleep nor did he sleep, if I remember.
Yes.
And I think it took us probably a couple of days when he probably went and slept under a chair. I think he was probably in his spot, and he was probably that is when he was probably very comfortable sleeping peacefully. Took him probably 2 days, and took us probably 2 days to explore each other. And I think he was more exploring the place. Very nervous and lonely, probably because he was with 7 or 8 puppies, and suddenly he was alone with us. So,
Yeah, with
but
two
yeah,
humans.
but in 2 days, I think probably he ruled the house more than us.
I know. So, just to tell you guys, we didn't read about pet parenting. We didn't have any experience. Casper is our first pet, and we just didn't know how to go about it. Just जाके किसी pet को घर लेके आना is it doesn't sound as planned, you know. So we were actually not knowing कि क्या exactly उसको किस चीज़ की ज़रूरत पड़ेगी, हमें घर में क्या क्या रखना है, और उसका खाना क्या होना चाहिए, कौन से vet के पास ले जाएं. So we did a lot of research, and our friends really helped us, right?
Actually, it was not the AI age, I guess, and there was not. I mean, we didn't have Gemini, right, at that
That's
point in time,
true.
where we could just probably ask some questions and you just get spontaneous answers. But I think that's the best part. I think we really didn't plan, to be honest. We just there were just two things which were told to us. I think typically ensure all his vaccines are done, and the second was have a good trainer, ensure he's trained. I think these were just the two things that we really picked up very well.
Very well, yeah.
From there, it was very easy.
So Casper सिर्फ 3 महीने का था when we brought him home, and his trainer told us that that's the correct age to train a pet. So you guys, whoever wants to get a pet home, it's very important to train a pet, whether it's a dog or a cat or a bird or any animal. Okay, so just be mindful, do a little bit of research, because अगर आप पहले उसे ट्रेन करते हैं, आपके जो आने वाले साल हैं वो बहुत कन्वीनियंट हो जाते हैं आपके लिए भी, एज अ पेट पेरेंट, एंड ऑल्सो फॉर द पेट.
See, actually, more importantly, during training, everybody gets it wrong, right? I mean, हम सबको लगता है कि हम पेट को ट्रेन कर रहे हैं. Actually, हम पेट को ट्रेन नहीं कर रहे हैं. We are training ourselves. It's always us who's getting trained. The pet, I think, because the pet is always trained. I think they have their rules, they have their boundaries. I was pleasantly surprised that, I think what, it's been 6 years now. In 6 years, not one time has he gone and, pottied in some place which is not his place.
Yes.
And that's the best part, right? And so he just listens to you, but we've got to listen to him because we've got to understand when he's angry, when he's not angry, when he's sad, when he doesn't want something, right? Because he's the one who's always adjusting.
Yes.
It's a very simple thing, right? For us, we have many things. For him, we are his world. So,
It's just, yes,
so-
that's so true.
so I don't think, I think it's we were supposed to get trained, guys, not him getting trained.
Yeah, I agree on that. And another thing, what about the food? Because हम Indians food से बहुत ही ज़्यादा emotional attachment होता है हमारा. So pets को क्या देना है क्या नहीं was also a very big question for us. But we did a lot of research on that. कैस्पर को पूरे दिन नहीं खिलाते रहते है ना आनंद?
Yeah, actually, and it was very easy because we were very clearly told that for them, food is not about taste. It's more about survival, right? So you give them the same food 25 days, 30 days at a time, it's fine. So I think we were we had very simple, we had a very simple structure to his food: rice, eggs, a little bit of maybe a chicken. No, we didn't have chicken at home. Kibbles, or maybe chicken and rice, something of that sort. So we kept it to about 4 or 5 items, which we kept feeding him day in and day out.
हाँ.
Which actually ensured his gut and his stomach were well in place, right? So obviously exercise follow, but I'm sure that's going to be a part of our discussion. But yeah, I think it was more having 4 or 5 items which suit him and then just sticking to it. Boring, but I think they just love food in any form.
That's true. And you need to listen to the vet. If the vet says that your dog requires a certain amount of quantity in a day, so please stick to it because जहाँ तक उनका गट है वो बहुत हेल्दी होना चाहिए. जैसे इवन फॉर अ ह्यूमन बीइंग हमारा गट सबसे ज़्यादा इम्पॉर्टेंट है, उसी तरह उनके लिए भी उनका गट बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट है. तो उन्हें जो इजीली डाइजेस्ट हो जाए ऐसा फूड देना बहुत ज़रूरी है. सो हम मॉर्निंग एक्चुअली आनंद यू टेल मी हमारा मॉर्निंग रूटीन क्या है, हम क्या खिलाते हैं. वील टॉक अबाउट एक्सरसाइज लेटर फॉर श्योर.
It starts with
But definitely-
it starts with maybe 2 ande and a bit of rice. That's what he has. Maybe some protein tablets or something which he's supposed to take, calcium tablets. That's it. And then at about 10:30 in the morning, we give him just so that he's hydrated. We try and trick him to have water, which means थोड़ा सा उसमें दही डाल दो, छाछ बना दो और उसको पिला दो. It's almost 0 calories, right? If you get there. Then at about 1 o'clock, you give him a cucumber or a carrot, which is again it's more about just for him to keep biting, think that he's having something. 4:30, maybe half a apple or a banana, small banana. And then 6:37 is his dinner time, which is again maybe kibbles or
even a wet food.
Wet food with
Yeah,
chicken rice
yeah.
again, or bone broth, etc.
That's
Whatever is there in that. And then when he goes to sleep, just so that his gut stays correct and the probiotic intake is good, we probably give him a little bit of a couple of spoons of curd. So in a sense, he believes he's eating all through the day, but in terms of calories, it's all well covered. It's healthy calories. Obviously, all this there has to be exercise to it from his
That's
perspective.
true.
Otherwise, I think that's what it is. It's very simple.
Yeah. कोशिश करो जितना हो सके अपने पेट को. It's okay, doctor, even the vet says that you can keep the labs specifically, labs, golden retrievers, जो बहुत easily weight gain करते हैं, उनके लिए it's absolutely fine अगर वो underweight है. Please कभी भी overfeed मत करिए और बच्चों को इन जो पेट्स हैं उन्हें बिल्कुल भी ओवरईट कराकर ओबेस मत कराइए बिकॉज इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर देम इन द लॉन्ग रन. एंड जैसे फूड हमारा डेली हैबिट होता है, सिमिलरली एक्सरसाइज भी हमारे लिए एक डेली रूटीन होना चाहिए. 3 months की एज में जब हम उसे लेकर आए थे तब हम उसे घर के अंदर ही घुमाते थे, थोड़ा बहुत एक्सरसाइज कराते थे एंड डेफिनेटली उसका ट्रेनिंग तो चल ही रहा था. पर देन आफ्टर 6 months, I mean, we kept him really fit and we were worried about his exercise as a daily routine, right?
Yeah. So his exercise was always, I mean, it really helped that I'm a runner myself. So, and I've been not obese, but I think I know what gaining weight is. So I was very very conscious. I think to ensure that he was fit. So I think used to run 4 kilometers, 5 kilometers, 6, 7, 8 at times. There are I think 8 or 9 kilometers what he done when he was not even a year old. But the best part is, I think what really helped is there were days during the monsoons when he never used to run as well. But that's where I realized that the running or exercising for him was at a young age ensured that his metabolism was always high. So even if he used to eat too much and there was lesser exercise, motapa nahi thua. I think it was just about half a kilo, 1 kilo here and there. But I tell you what, guys, even a kilo or a kilo and a half here and there in his body used to struggle jumping around.
Yes.
So that's why it's very important
Very true.
that labs stay below the 30 kilos range. Come what may, so that you're active throughout, right? I mean, it really is a proud feeling when somebody comes and calls a 6-year-old lab, comes and says, yeah, what's his age? He's probably 7 months, 8 months, 1 year. That's probably the best feeling you can get as a parent, because you've not only ensured he's getting good nutrition, but we're also ensuring that he's well exercised
That's true.
and he's got energy.
एंड आनंद तो लेके ही जाता था उसके लिए रन. मेरा भी एक डेली रूटीन सेट हो गया था कि मुझे भी उसे वॉक कराना है. सो आई ऑल्सो यूज टू गेट अप एंड गो फॉर माई वॉक्स. तो as such, Casper is actually helping me to be fit, right? He is helping all of us to be fit because उसका तो स्टमक में अलार्म बजने लगता है as soon as it is like 6 a.m. चलो उठो, रेडी हो जाओ, मुझे लेकर जाओ वॉक के लिए. एंड देन henceforth जब इवनिंग वॉक्स हैं, आफ्टरनून वॉक्स हैं, सबका उनके स्टमक में और उनके बॉडी में एक टाइम टेबल सेट हो जाता है. सो it's lovely that they train us and they don't require a training as such. है ना?
Now, while we talk about running, I just want to add on to what we were discussing. More important than running is something which you like, and that requires a lot of patience. Is you got to allow them to actually smell. You know, that's their Facebook, Instagram, whatever it is. It can be irritating for us because they keep smelling at one place for about maybe 5 minutes, 6 minutes. Sometimes it's standing at one place, but that's their world, that's their life. That's the only 15 minutes they get to be on the ground. So doing that, about 15 minutes of sniffing ensures that your pet is sleeping throughout the day because he's so exhausted. Yeah, they are carnivorous animals. They're supposed to probably rest for about 15-16 hours in a day. And that will only happen when we exercise them well.
Yes, very true.
Only then, there are people who come and tell us, right, पेपर फाड़ देता है, कपड़े फाड़ देता है. इतने सुबह के एक्सरसाइज के बाद कपड़े फाड़ने की ताकत नहीं बची.
कपड़े, सॉक्स. कैस्पर ने ये सब कभी भी नहीं किया.
It's like just as we do for kids, right? You got to channelize your energy in the right.
Exactly. So when we talk about channelizing their energy, हम walking करा लेते हैं and हम food पे control कर सकते हैं. But then as and when the pets grow, they also have their hormonal changes. So our trainer and the vet definitely told us what is the right age, what is the right time to spay the pet. So what you remember?
Yeah,
we had taken him to his vet and he just ran away.
No. So I think we would have never actually neutered Casper. Having said that, on the hindsight, it's good that we neutered him. But we had to neuter him because he had to go. He had an health condition, and we had to neuter him forcefully. I think we would have never neutered. We would have never neutered Casper if it was just somebody telling us. We had to neuter Casper because he was not. It was required owing to a health condition. But having said that, I think now in the hindsight, I believe it's the right thing to do if you not want to probably breed. If you're not a breeder, I think it's better than neuter because yes, there are various questions, various answers to it, but I think it's better to neuter them because now I'm seeing that a version of Casper where he is, the behavior is very nice, it's very subtle. There are no dog fights. I think we've seen that. So all that put together, and the fact that we got to exercise them more. I think
Yes.
that's one thing. Otherwise, I think post neuter, our pets do tend to put on weight. But having said that, I think we've realized it didn't happen so because I think he was fine. His exercising was there. He was happy, and there were no mood swings here and there. Not running away from you. something of that sort. It's very disciplined, very nice. So the hindsight, yes, I believe neutering is a good option, but I think that we should leave it probably to every pet parent to
That's right.
experience and take
Also
a
the
call.
vet. Also the vet.
And the vet, but from our perspective, it was a forceful decision, but I think we are happy.
Oh yes. We are happy in the way that he's healthy, he's happy, he's able to run, walk, jump. He's 6 years old, and that's what we want. हम चाहते हैं कि वो जब तक रहे, वो हेल्दी रहें, अपने पैरों पर चलते रहें, एंजॉय करें लाइफ को. उन्हें जो भी फीड करना है वो तो हम फीड करते ही हैं, बट उनके न्यूट्रिशंस, उनके विटामिन, उनकी बोन स्ट्रेंथ, ये सब भी चेक करना बहुत ज़रूरी है. वी डेफिनेटली डू अ yearly test for Casper, though it is 6 years, but still it's very important for us to understand उसकी बॉडी में क्या चल रहा है. ब्लड टेस्ट करके उसका बोन स्ट्रेंथ, एवरीथिंग इज ऑल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एज वी डू फॉर आवर ह्यूमंस एज वेल, है ना.
Very much agree. Because these are how do you say that? They don't know. They don't know to express pain, and
Exactly.
they have a degree of absorbing pain to such a level that we can't even imagine. There have been times when we keep examining him whenever he comes out, whenever we leave him at a boarding or something, and something or the other. I mean, we once saw a very huge cut. You remember on his leg, and he was not even he didn't even say an ouch to it. So the point that we're trying to make is keep checking, keep looking at your behavior, your pet's behavior. It might if there's even a slight bit of change. Take him or her to the vet. It always helps because they don't know.
They're
They don't
speechless
express
guys.
themselves. And they would never want to express their agony because they would never want us to get text. That's something that we always see.
That's true. That's true. So for all the pet parents जो अभी जिनके पास अभी पेट्स हैं या फिर जो प्लान कर रहे हैं पेट्स लेकर आने के लिए, प्लीज डोंट गेट स्केर्ड because it's very very important to understand them, their need, their feelings. और जैसे आनंद ने कहा कि keep checking them when you're taking the pet for a walk, let them sniff and observe their walks. hip check करो, पैर check करो, paws check करो. It's very important for us to keep them very clean during the rainy seasons because कीचड़ में जाते हैं, paws गंदे हो जाते हैं, nails के अंदर घुस जाते हैं. So just keep grooming them and then keep them clean, right? So that's what we wanted to discuss with you all today. We wanted to share our experience and help others जिनके पास pets हैं या फिर जो pets लेने के बारे में plan कर रहे हैं, to tell them that it's not rocket science, guys. Just understand them, their movement, their requirement, need, and it's very easy. And keep them happy because वो कभी नहीं चाहेंगे कि आप लोग unhappy हो, है ना?
We completely agree. It's more mutual, right, guys?
Yes.
The ways of expression are through the eyes. I think that's what we've got to notice. It's simple, I think, and after 6 years, before which not even knowing what pets are, I think we just enjoyed our experience.
Yes, that's true. So, do you still have that fear, Anand, of an animal or a dog coming near to you?
I think I love it these days. I think probably there are times when you got to tell me that take care because
Yeah, I know.
I just love
Yeah.
just love them being. I just love being around them rather than them being around us. I love being around them.
That's true. They just change your perspective, guys. So that's about our 5th episode, guys. Stay mindful, keep calm, and keep moving forward. And please wait for my next episode. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Bye. See you everyone. Have a nice day. Have a nice life.
Yes, with your pet.